Confident and ready for action, the Bulls as they head to the locker room earlier. The hometown crowd certain to give them a warm welcome. Welcome, everyone. It's great to have you with us. Tonight, the 9 and 10 seeds in the East will vie for a chance to make it to the next play-in game. It's live for you here on 2K Sports. Joined by Coach Stan Van Gundy and Grant Hill. This is Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. Chicago, the 9th best record through the regular season. But Grant, this play-in tournament has given them hope.
Hope indeed. And in the past, they'd be packing for a vacation. Now, if they can win 2 straight, they punch their ticket to the playoffs. But they can't look past this one. It's a must-win on their home court.
And one thing's for sure, when Duncan Robinson is on the court, he has the greenest of green lights, Coach.
Yeah, Brian, look. He's one of the most lethal shooters around. He draws intense defensive attention, and then he's added to his game as a passer and as a guy who can take the ball to the basket.
Here's Buzelis. Knocked away. Pass to Vucevic. Picked by Vucevic. White for 3. Nails it from 3.
And I like how White shot it with confidence. He's reliable beyond the arc.
Here's Ware. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Now here's Ball. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. Robinson against White. Robinson can't hit. Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. It's hauled in by Robinson.
Okay, that's how you stop a dunk. The defender brings the interference in a big way.
Adebayo. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
That's the spot where Adebayo can do the most damage.
The Bulls have gone 1 for 3 so far. Ball passes to Giddey. And Ball with a basket. The assist from Giddey. The Heat have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Hero outside. And Vucevic with the block.
It's awesome seeing Vucevic go after blocks. When he makes his presence felt, it makes a difference.
I mean, come on, that's a shot you expect him to make.
Now here's Wiggins. His numbers are solid, putting up around 18 points a game. And it's Giddey off the drive. Misses from short range. Here's Ware, hounded by Ball. There's a screen. Here's Wiggins. Gets the 14-footer to fall.
He's so effective from the mid-range. When Wiggins senses an opportunity to score from there, he doesn't hesitate at all.
And your first NBA coaching job was with the Miami Heat, Stan. That was as an assistant back in the 90s, just a few years ago.
Yeah, just a few, Brian. And the Heat have changed a lot. The game has changed a lot over those years. Look, back then, the Heat were probably the most physical team in the NBA, and it was just knockdown, drag-out fights all the time.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move, like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Now here's Adebayo. He's covered closely. That shot off. The Bulls have gone 3 of 8 so far. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I caught up with head coach Billy Donovan. I asked him outright if he had a plan for Tyler Hero. Coach let me in on their strategy, saying, quote, "We just have to cause problems for him on defense. Hand in the face, crowd him. Anything to discourage him from taking shots. So he hopes they can keep Tyler quiet by hassling him all night long." Back to you.
And Allie, thank you for that. Here's Hero. That's good. His first made shot in 3 attempts.
You got to do more than that to stop Hero. He's superb at staying under control.
Ball finds Kitty. Pass to Buzelis. Launches a 3. Kept alive. Vucevic off target with a jump hook. Miami leading by 3. Down low. Here's Ware. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Ball outside. Now here's White. Here's Buzelis. Fires from deep. The Bulls with another miss. Hero outside. Over to the wing. Wiggins outside. He takes it in to the paint. Where? Chicago with a rebound. There's a minute 26 left in the first. Pass to Buzelis. Fires for 3. The rebound by Ware. The Heat have gotten 5 of 11 shots to go. And you look at Matas Buzelis. Size, touch, feel for the game too, Greg.
Oh, B.A., he's a connector. We all love seeing those offenses where the ball doesn't stick. He's a guy who'll keep things moving.
So it's Miami now. Chicago making their last shot. Here's Adebayo. The kick out to Wiggins. And he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron. Wiggins has gotten his 2nd bucket on the night. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
And that one's good. Giddey.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Hero on the wing. Hounded by Ball. Now here's Adebayo. Guarded closely. Adebayo, a screen on White. Clock at 6. Robinson can't hit. The Bulls trail by 3. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
A longer guard, 6'5" White, doing a nice job inside.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. White hits them both.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Pass to Larson. Back to Hero. And it's blocked. Oh, it goes! He beat the buzzer!
The NBA never ceases to amaze me.
Oh, what a miraculous shot. He's going to remember that one.
Well, that's an energizer.
Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Chicago ahead. They lead by 2. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2 after this. Welcome back to the second quarter of this play-in tournament matchup. And before we move on, what do you think about what we've seen here from the Bulls tonight?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
Yeah, they've dictated the pace to this point, looking to run at every opportunity.
And with today's switching defensive style, versatile wing players are tremendously in demand, Coach.
Yeah, well, position now, Brian, comes down to who can you guard, and guys that can guard 3, 4, 5 different positions. Those 6'7", 6'8" guys are often able to do that, and they are extremely valuable.
Collins, no good. Miami trailing. On the attack, Hero. Pass to Jaquez. Here's Larson. Jaquez with a screen on Williams. And the shot is good. Dropping in off the front of the rim.
With defense that soft, you have to take them to task.
Giddey with it. Second quarter of basketball, about a minute played so far. And for Miami, they're shooting a solid 47%. Pass to Larson. Now Jaquez. Kicks it to Hero. Jaquez with a screen on Herder. Takes a 13-footer. Oh, he clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. And it's a 3-point Miami lead.
They're just letting the play develop. Hero is gifted at reading and breaking defenses down.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Here's a great quote from Coach Erik Spoelstra, who said, "The Miami Heat culture is a system based on discipline and hard work. We stand for something. That's competition. That's winning. We feel that there's a championship DNA that you can develop." And Brian, they walk the walk.
One of the great organizations in the league, Allie. Chicago has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Giddey passes to Collins. Over Mitchell. Rebound Miami. Well, the last time the Bulls won a playoff series was back in 2015, Greg.
That was back when Butler and Rose were their leading scorers. And it just shows you just how long it's been. But they've been stuck in mediocrity ever since. And right now, they are desperate for a breakthrough season.
Williams, a screen on Mitchell. Outside, Williams. Sinks it from distance. Williams has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Anderson finds Jaquez. Back to Anderson. Hero outside for three. Sinks his third bucket. He's 3 for 6 now.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Giddey passes to Herder. Right side, Williams. Now here's Herder. In the game against Philadelphia, very impressive. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Pass to Larson. Stolen by Collins. Mitchell against Williams. Inside. Here's Giddey. No good with a layup. Miami leading by 3. Here's Larson. Here's Anderson. Here's Larson. Outside Jaquez. Second chance shot. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And you think about what Jaquez has done early in his career. Pretty impressive, Stan.
Well, Brian, people tend to underrate college players who play multiple years. He was basically a finished product before he reached the NBA.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Well, Coach, how about the Erik Spoelstra story? He started as a video coordinator with the Heat back in '95. You were an assistant in Miami back then.
Yeah, look, Brian, even then, Erik is one of the rare guys that all of us on the staff knew right from the beginning that he had all the makings of a great coach. Players trusted him and had confidence in his ability to help them.
From the video room to the Hall of Fame one day.
No question.
You're springing off the floor. Wiggins showing his athletic ability.
Pass to Buzelis. Smith inside. Pounded by Adebayo. Smith no good. And so Adebayo will bring it up for the Heat. They lead by 6. That's their biggest margin. Ooh, excellent D there from Smith. Chicago's gone 1 of 4 from three-point land here in the second. Pass to White. And here's Ball. There's the 3. Knocks it down from distance. Ball's got 5.
Yeah, that's a great find by White. He's such a clever and deceptive combo guard.
Mitchell misses. Chicago has gone 2 of 5 from distance here in the second quarter. White, and a big-time jam as he slams it right over Adebayo.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
The Heat with the lead. Wiggins outside. Let's go with a 3. It doesn't go for him.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
That gives him the lead. 7 points in the game.
And how about the agility of Ball? Being quick and precise with his movements.
Wiggins outside. Here's Adebayo. Has to Ware. Adebayo. No luck. They battled on the glass, but they couldn't knock it down. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Bulls out in front. They lead by 1. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
Greetings, one and all. The postseason drama we love, and no disappointment here as it's a close game so far for the Chicago Bulls.
They've got a decent shot at taking this game. Obviously, the crowd is behind them, but they got to watch out because the momentum is swinging hard in the third.
Yeah, a hot start to the second half could go a long way. Checking out the circumstances for the Chicago Bulls. It all comes down to this: a closely contested game to keep their playoff hopes alive. Big fella.
So this doesn't count as playoffs yet, right? It's just a play-in.
It's very simple, Shaq. This is the play-in. They're trying to make the playoffs.
Hoping that clears things up. They'll get the hang of it eventually.
Oh.
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And welcome back to 2K Sports coverage of the play-in game as we move to the second half of action. Boy, it's been quite a game for Lonzo Ball.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
Grant, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game.
And he makes all 3. You know, Stan, for a team with such a proud history, the last decade has been a tough one for the Bulls.
Yeah, Brian, it really has. They've had competitive teams, but they haven't won a full playoff series since 2014. And for such a dedicated and passionate fan base, that's been really difficult for them, let alone the front office and people that want to turn this thing around as quickly as they can.
He buries it from 3.
Yeah, rising up on a dime. I love seeing Hero be assertive like this.
Outside White. Again, the Bulls score. Heat trail by 5. Here's Ware. Pass to Adebayo. Robinson against White. Robinson passes to Adebayo. Here's Ware. 6 on the shot clock. Good! And the assist goes to Adebayo. Ware's got 6.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Here's White. The rebound by Ware. The Heat Heat have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. They set the screen. Here's Adebayo. Got it.
And with a strong physical profile, Adebayo is willing to battle, always on the interior.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Nikola Vucevic has seen a lot in his decade plus in the league, and he said the game has changed. Now you have centers that can pass, put the ball on the floor, make plays, and shoot threes, play like guards. And you can't get stuck in time. You have to be able to adjust.
Allie, he's certainly got the skill level. Ball against Hero. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Chicago leading. Pass to Buzelis. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Giddey's got space. And again, no good by Chicago.
All alone from mid-range. You gotta think he's kicking himself.
Here's Ware. Nice shot from the wing. Ware's got 4 points this quarter.
And Adebayo showing another element of his game. Nice vision to set up the bucket.
A multiple-time All-Star. What aspect of Adebayo's game, Stan, catches your eye nightly?
Well, Brian, I'd say it's not one thing. He's a very complete player. He can rebound, defend, pass, score. This guy does it all.
And by all accounts, a great teammate as well.
That's exactly right.
A tireless worker at both ends. Adebayo imposing his will that time on the offensive glass.
Vucevic with it. Hero picks him up. Ball outside. To end the drought. Hits the trifecta. Ball's got 10 points in the game.
A lot has been made about Lonzo's shooting motion. The bottom line, who cares what it looks like when the shots are going in?
The Bulls making a switch here. Smith's checked in. The Heat have gotten 5 of 8 shots to go in the third. Hero, no good.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Filling it up. Lonzo Ball, more than a passer. When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Giddey passes to Smith. And here's Ball.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Vucevic with it. You know, his stats have been solid, averaging around 18.5 points a game. Pass to Hero. Chicago with a rebound. Ball left side. Yes! And the foul! It goes on Duncan Robinson.
Yeah, nice work from Ball. Able to absorb the hit and still capitalize. Just impressive.
For Chicago, Williams is checked in for Nikola Vucevic. And Herter's subbed in for Giddey. Well, Coach, the Heat have had some deep playoff runs recently, making the finals twice in 5 years.
Yeah, Brian, and what's really interesting is that they've only been higher than a 5 seed once in that span. They just hit a different gear in the playoffs.
Williams misses. Miami has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Oh!
Wow!
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. Smith, no good. The Heat have gone 7 of 13 in the second half. Here's Ware. And he banks in the layup. Ware's got 12.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
52 seconds left in the third. Ball outside. White on the wing. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. Collins, he's checked in for Ball. Chicago shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. Stan, it's hard to believe, but the Bulls have not won a playoff series since 2015.
Well, look, Brian, it's hard to win in this league. And when you're rebuilding, trying to find the mix that'll get you over the top is a difficult chore.
Long way from those Michael Jordan glory days. Collins outside. No good on the triple. The Heat with the lead. Here's Mitchell. Smith with the rebound. Smith's got 4 rebounds now. White looking it over. Pass to Herder. Three-pointer. He's off on that one. 3 quarters of play and a close one here. Heat out in front, leading by 1. After a quick break, we're coming right back with the start of the 4th quarter.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
And we welcome you back as we head into the 4th quarter of this decisive play-in game. Mitchell, good.
That's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
The Bulls trail by 4. Charity stripe shot, and it falls all over the rim and in.
This continues to be a battle. The lead is within reach.
Yeah, this is definitely a close one. Let's see if they have enough in the tank to take the lead here.
Pass to Larson. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. Here's Giddey. And that basket makes him 5 for 10. Steady production so far.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
Hero outside. No good from outside.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
For Miami, they've gone 2 of 3 to open the 4th quarter. Here's Larson. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it, and he'll shoot 1 more at the line. All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Miami.
Well, I've been a little surprised by how many mid-range jump shots they're taking and hitting. But so far, that seems to be the recipe that's working for them.
Yeah, another thing they did well was feed the ball into the paint. They really utilized their size there tonight.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra said to the team. He applauded their shooting and their shot selection, saying, "We're taking the right threes, not forcing anything. Keep doing that, and they'll continue to fall." Makes the game easy, doesn't it?
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Pass to Love. Stolen by Collins. And up the court come the Bulls on the break. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
A mistake by the defense. You can't let Ball's teammates get open because he will find them.
Here's Herder going inside. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
A sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that much.
Robinson can't hit. Chicago leading by 3. Giddey finds Williams. The kick out to Ball. Now here's Giddey. Larson with a rebound. Robinson against Ball. Stolen by Collins. Left side Giddey. Larson with a rebound. Larson's got 4 rebounds now. To the middle. Outside Robinson. Pass to Hero. They need this. And it's Chicago with a board.
In the second half, it seems like they've given him the green light. Might want to rethink that.
Right side Herder. Takes a 3. And again, Chicago no good. Heat trail by 3. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to be on Lonzo Ball. First one falls for him. Chicago making some changes. Vucevic, he's checked in for Collins. Buzelis comes in for Williams. And it's Kobe White in for Herder.
And they need to play good defense here. That trip to the line helped and hurt.
There's Ball with a three. It's hauled in by the Heat. Ware's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Wiggins. Okay, Wiggins putting on a show here.
Plays with a bit of quiet intensity, but Wiggins has shown the ability to rise up in the big moments.
And Ball will bring it up here for the Chicago Bulls. And the call will be against Tyler Hero. That's his first foul of the game. The Heat making a switch here. Robinson's checked in.
And for the Heat, number 55, Duncan Robinson.
Vucevic finds Giddey. Rebound Miami. Ware's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Giddey against Adebayo.
Remaining in the game, 2 minutes.
Oh, and they take the lead. And the Heat lead by 2.
Rising to the challenge, Adebayo stays under control and hits a big-time shot.
Pass to Vucevic. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Look to a machine like Vooch when you need him most. He's a reliable offensive option who comes through for his club.
Adebayo, that's good.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see.
Out left to the wing. Three-pointer, Buzelis. He drops it from range.
Big men who dish it like Vucevic are royalty in this league.
Miami has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this 4th quarter. Outside Robinson. Adebayo, a screen on White. Robinson passes to Adebayo. And that's off the mark. He's 7 for 10 from the field. Chicago's got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the 4th. And that one drops for him. Ball's got 12 points here in the 2nd half.
Easy to understand why they leave Ball out here in these moments. He knows how to deliver.
4-3. It falls! Oh! An enormous three-pointer!
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. There's 53 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter of this one.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better look. That's one he's got to knock down.
Pass to Ware. Hero against Ball. Outside Robinson. Here's Adebayo. Shot clock at 6. Count it!
And talk about coming up clutch. This is why Bam gets the ball in these moments.
And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. What do you think Coach will be drawing up here?
More than enough time to get a bucket.
No doubt, but they might have to draw up something that the defense isn't expecting.
He's been tremendous at corralling misses all night long.
No doubt how much those boards impact the overall outcome. You can't give them extra chances.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
And looking to even the score with a huge 3.
Absolutely need a 3 here.
And again, Chicago, no good. And now they foul and stop the clock.
First personal foul. 15 foul.
And no good, as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second. And he ends up making the second, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. Ball passes to Vucevic. Will it go? No good that time. And there it is. The Miami Heat come away with a huge win. As the 10th seed, the odds were stacked against them getting through the play-in stage. But those odds are a lot better after a big win like this.
Yeah, B.A., and they worked so hard just to get the 10th seed, and now they're one step away from the big prize, a spot in the playoff bracket. Now, we'll see if they have enough left in the tank to get the job done.
Well, that's going to do it for us, folks. Tonight, just an appetizer for what's in store beyond these play-in games. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. We hope you enjoyed our broadcast. And let's reveal our player of the game. Bam Adebayo